Recently, I've tested some pretty good cheap golf clubs. I've tested the Wilson D9 driver and the Wilson D9 hybrid, and they were both great. So what about the Wilson D9 3-wood? Let's do it. And let's do it now. Hi everyone, James Robinson here guys. First things first, I'd like to warmly welcome you all to the channel. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel if you're not new to the channel. But guys, if you are new to this channel and this is your first time watching my content, then welcome and make sure you do hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Today, we're talking the Wilson D9 3-wood. This is £169. That's mental. Like, to put that in context, I've just tested the Ping G425 Max 3-wood. And it was okay. It's £269, £100 more expensive than this Wilson D9. Yeah, it's got a bit more technology in it. It's got adjustability, it's got face wrap, it's got spin consistency. But the Wilson D9 3-wood isn't a slouch when it comes to tech, and that's what I'm going to talk you through in this video. But first, let's get off the mark. Interesting. Very heely starter. Quite high spin, very similar actually to what I found with the Ping. Not swinging at my best today, but I don't particularly mind that when I'm testing clubs because I do really enjoy testing them for forgiveness levels as well. For me, generally when I'm testing 3-wood, around 250, maybe a little bit more, is around what I would be expecting. This isn't a low spin variant, this isn't a low spin model. You'll see that the strategic weighting is more towards the back to help with MOI, to help with forgiveness. So I would expect it to be a fairly mid to high spin 3-wood. But generally I think for who this club is potentially targeted at with the price point, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Now in my Wilson D9 drive review and my Wilson D9 hybrid review, I was probably a bit harsh on Wilson in that I challenged the mindsets, I challenged the price points, I challenged where they were trying to go with these clubs. Were they just trying to undercut people and sell loads of golf clubs? But then really when I look at how the clubs have performed, even the driver was good and it was nowhere near my specs, right? This is pretty much my specs. I've got the 3-wood in the 10 size 60 gram stiff shaft and I've got it in 15 degrees. It's basically as stock a 3-wood as you're gonna get. It's got a lovely lambkin crossline grip on there as well, which feels wonderful, by the way. And you may think that's not an interesting point, but it is, because when clubs are so cheap, a lot of companies will go stingy on the grips, on the head covers. I'm going to show you the head cover again in a second because it looks mint. Right, come on. The head cover doesn't matter. What matters is you've got a green out there at 250 yards and you want to make eagle. Ah! Ball left. Not my best. Not my best at all. So guys, if you're spending £169 on this product, or you're spending £269 on a relatively bigger name, is there a bigger name than Wilson in sport? Really? I'm not sure, really. I suppose that's a different argument for a different day, but how much difference in performance would you expect to see for that £100? Has this got any right particularly going, when I hit it well, the distance I would expect it to go? I've absolutely ripped that one, and it is a little bit shorter than where I would expect it to be. It's spinning at 4,500, which is quite high, but it sounded phenomenal. Is that enough for the price? We're gonna have to hit some more. I really enjoyed that. When I tested the driver, you may remember, I just stayed there for ages, hitting ball after ball after ball, because it sounded great, it felt great, pretty much the same thing. But I was really enjoying myself, and I'm quite enjoying hitting this as well. Is that a factor? Is that going to make you want to buy this for that price? I keep mentioning the price, and I don't like talking about money that often when it comes to golf clubs, but it's a great price. Head cover. Again, for the price, you get this kind of real premium feeling head cover. It slides on there nice. It's not too difficult to get on and off, which is a huge factor for me. Well, it's not, but it really annoys me when they take ages to get off. This D9 3-wood also features variable face thickness, which again, I'm not going to talk you through too much because I've spoke about it on the hybrid and the driver, but it's just like all your inverted cone technologies, just like your flash faces, just not quite as funky a name. And I'm sure the tech guys behind inverted cone technology and flash face are probably screaming now if they're watching this, but it's a similar kind of thing. Right, come on, we need to get one out there. It's lacking a little bit. Again, I felt like I hit that well. I really need to work on trying to keep the spin down with this. The spin is absolutely killing me. for distance, definitely. I'm striking, I've actually struck the last two pretty well, and they're both pretty straight as well. Let's try and play a bit of a knuckleball, get that spin down and get it chasing up there. Left. Left. Just like on the drive, the D9 3-wood also features the Carpenter Custom 455 face, which is a premium face insert made from high-strength miraging steel for better feel and sound. And it definitely does that, because it's up there feel and sound-wise with anything else. Definitely. Oh, he's trying to chase that now. Oh, it's ages since I've hit one like that. Ah! Don't chase it, just hit it. Right, we're going to hit a couple more, then I'm actually going to tee this up. That's really let down the dispersion. I'm really annoyed with myself there. I'm going to tee it up and see if I can knock the spin off it and get some flighted ones out there. Ah! Left. I was hoping we were done with those, but evidently not. Come on. Come on. See, now I'm trying to chase that. I'm trying to chase the distance on it, and it's just not going well. That's a long way left. Ah! Just when you think you've nailed it. Oh dear. This is literally turning into a practice session now. Better. Better. Right, we're going to tee up a couple with a trusted broken wooden tee peg because we're in Yorkshire. And to be honest, I've not been striking it that bad if you can see some of those reflections, but certainly not good today. And a real interesting point has to be, if I hit a Ping, a Callaway, a Titleist, a TaylorMade, a Mizuno 3-wood as not as bad, but as inconsistently as I've hit this, does that price point warrant it? Probably not. See, that's the one that would annoy me more. I've absolutely ripped that one. And it's just kind of floated up in the air a little bit. I don't mind a bad shot going bad, but that was good. That's the one. That one gives me hope. That one's 246 yards. As I said, when I smash a 3-wood, it's generally around 250, maybe a little bit more. So it's not quite up there, I don't think. But I'm going to carry on because I'm enjoying it and it's cheap. It's cheap. Guys, comment below, does the price make a big difference to you when you're thinking about buying a 3-wood? Oh. Ow. Right, two more. That's another one that's just spun too high. Just spun too high. If they did either a low spin option or a little bit of adjustability in there, I think they'd really be onto something. Maybe just charge, like I said, 20 quid more and put an adjustable hosel on it. That's as good as I've got, and again, I feel better about myself now. Anyway, we've rediscovered a golf swing. Right, this is the 15th shot I've hit with this, and usually I don't really hit that many. So that speaks volumes a bit, doesn't it? Oh yeah, gotta be. So that's one of the best strikes I've had, 242. So actually, when it comes down to it, £169, how good is it? I don't think it's quite, for me, I don't think it's quite up there with the big boys, because I'm sure, let's have a go with the Ping. Actually, no, let's have a look at the numbers first, then let's have a look at the Ping. So dispersion, I mean, actually, there's about 4 bad ones. So 4 bad ones, 11 ones that would be, I think, pretty much on or around the fairway, which isn't too bad. That needs some work. It's been a long week, though. So numbers on average, I've left them all in there. 236, 239 total. Ball speed 145.7 and a spin of 4199. Now, to put that in perspective, that wasn't as much of a horror show as it may have looked when it came to the strikes. A lot of those were pretty good strikes and they just weren't getting out there like I would want them to. The spin on average is probably 500 revs, a little bit too much. And to put that in perspective, if I now hit a couple of shots with the Ping G425 LS Tech, this is £269. This wasn't going to be a comparison video, but I'm just going to hit a few. I think it shows that realistically, straight away there, that's 249. It's spinning at 3.8, and I mean, it was good, but it wasn't amazing. So I think realistically, for £100 cheaper, are you going to miss a handful of yards? Does it matter that it spins a little bit too much? Should you spend that extra money? All these are questions that I can't really answer for you. You have to answer them yourself. And I suppose it depends massively on how much golf you play, how much do you want to improve your golf, what kind of golf do you play, and what's your budget as well. I think we've got more in this. See, again, it's up there at 250, spinning at 3.9. So guys, there you go. That is my review of the Wilson D9 3-wood. What do I think? I think for the price, it's pretty good. I think if they were charging more for it, I think I'd struggle. But for £169, £100 cheaper than a lot of its competitors, I think it does a pretty good job. I'm also aware that this head pretty much isn't really for me. This is more of a forgiving high spin head. I'd love to see some adjustability on there, but pound for pound, I think it's pretty good. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you do smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to see my reviews of the Wilson D9 Hybrid and the Wilson D9 Driver, make sure you check those out because they're on the channel now. And apart from that, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.